Hello, welcome to OG channel. What I will be doing is to take you through how you can set up a small home network, configuring the wireless router. So I will be using Cisco Packet Tracer, that's Cisco simulation tool that you can use to mimic a real life configuration. So we are going to kickstart launching the Cisco Packet Tracer. Mind you, any settings we do here now, you can actually implement it on the real device. If you purchase any of the universal router around, or maybe the ISP routers around, you can actually, they come in plug and play mode anyway, so you can start using it immediately. However, if you like to set up or do some configuration or settings like adding your own password, changing the name, that's the SSID and the like, so you actually need to do something. So if you buy it new, it's actually going to come with a small manual that you can use, and you're going to see how you can actually reach out to the settings and configure your router. So that's exactly what we are going to be illustrating here using a Cisco Packet Tracer. So let's kickstart. What we'll first do is let's start by inserting the devices we want to use. So we are going to use a wireless router, and let's pick the home router here to use. Drop it here. So we have that, and then let's make use of a PC, and we are going to be using two workstations, one PC and one laptop. Let's see so that we can test run our settings. Let's pick the router too. Okay, so after doing this, let's I will actually prefer to use the physical mode. So let's delete this. Let's see why I'm doing that is that I want you to see, most of you are just seeing the kind of representation of some of these devices, but I want you to see how they are in the real life so that you get to know how to connect it better. So going to the physical mode, we are going to see, let's say you are in a small office or at home. So let me just have one table added. Then table is here already. So we are going to place one PC here, and then let's pick a router. Let's go for the wireless router, that's home router. Actually, we do call it home router because the functionality is not that much, but businesses use it too. At least small businesses can use it too. So let's add one more table, or let's pick this router and put it on the system so that we not add too much table. Then we have one more laptop. Let's have a laptop. So actually when you buy the device, it's going to come with Ethernet cable. Let me go. You see, having something like this port, so that's RJ45 port, so you can actually use it to connect it. Some of these, let me show you how this. So at the back of the wireless router, you are going to be seeing different ports like this, like the internet, and sometimes you may be seeing, instead of the internet, you are going to be seeing one. Let me zoom it so that you see it better. Instead of this internet, you may be seeing one, and we have the Ethernet ports. So that's if you buy all these universal wireless router around. But if you buy the majority of all these ISP router, they will just have only the maybe one or two Ethernet ports that you can use to connect maybe your desktop that doesn't have a wireless card, or maybe even your laptop. You can also use it to connect the laptop to, besides other wireless devices you want to connect. But it will not be having internet port, because this internet port is meant for you to use it to connect to maybe any cable modem around, or maybe some come with USB that you can actually plug a modem to it. So let's continue the settings. So when you buy it, we have, maybe you can have this cable, as I have said earlier. We put it into the port of the system. Let's inspect so that you see how this type of port, that's AJ45 port, you can plug it there. And when you move to the router too, you can, let's close this and plug it to the Ethernet port of the router too. So that means you have been able to connect your PC using cable to the router. So, but if you don't want to do that, I said it earlier, this router, they used to come with a default setting, of which if you buy it, you can just start using it, plug and play. So if you go to this router now, let's open this router. Look at this, you have this RJ45 port for the router too. So I will be removing this so that I will change it to wireless card, so that I can use the cable to connect PC to the router and this desktop to the router, then use a wireless connector, the laptop to the router. So I will change the module, like the network interface card you do have. Your laptop do come with both the wireless and network interface card and the wired one. So this one is having only wired, so I will remove the network interface card, the wired one, and replace it with, let me first off the laptop, then remove this network interface card, then let me add the wireless card. So since it's having the wireless card now, so we should be able to connect the laptop. So but before doing that, I want us to go out of this room and see. Okay, so we can see everywhere it has changed to this blue, so just telling us the band of the router. So that's how, where it can reach. Okay, so let's go back and continue. So we go to the router, but let's go to the router. What we want to do now, we can actually use the desktop to do it, but I just wanted to use in case you want to use router. So let's go to the desktop. Okay, let's power on this device. We have powered it off before. Let's power it on. Now that it's on now. Now that it's on, good. So we can go to desktop and let's first go to the wireless, the PC wireless, to see how it is. You see that it's telling us you have successfully connected to the access point. So what majority call router is what we call access point. So if you go to this profile now, you are going to see that it's default there and the security is disabled, so which means the computer has been able to just connect like that with the default settings. So the same way you can just connect if you buy your device. So most time you may need to use the cable for some devices like that. You may need to use the cable, you won't be able to use the router. Or if you can check the manual, as I mentioned earlier, you will see the default information that you can use to log in. So let's get back to this desktop. Go to the browser like the same way you do normally have maybe the Chrome, Safari and the likes on your system. You can just click on the web browser to open the web browser. So after opening the web browser, you are going to have the address bar where you normally type maybe where you normally type www or http whatever. So here what you are going to buy, majority of the device when you buy them, it used to come with this IP address for your LAN network, 192.168.0.1. Majority will come with this, and some will be 1.1, depending. But if you check the manual, you're going to see it. But for those that you are not buying new, you just maybe pick up the used one. If you reset, you see, if you check the back of this router now, if you check, let me inspect the back of this router. If you look at this, at the back of your router here, I mean the wireless, the home router, you are going to see a pin for reset. If you're on the device, after putting it on, then you press the you put a pin into the port, into the reset, or press the reset button for like 3 to 5 seconds, it's going to reboot and return back to default settings. So you can do the same thing we are doing now, and I will mention something to you once you start now. So after you have been able maybe to connect using a cable, it is preferable that you use a cable when you are doing the setting. If you know that you don't buy it new, maybe you can just use the cable, so that with the cable you can easily get access to the device, the router I mean. So let's start that. So after this, let's say go. So even when you use your own device, it's used to come with a default admin password, but it depends on the device. Some may be admin 126, but majority used to come with admin username and password for you to log into the device. So admin username, then admin password. So if you look at it, we are still on laptop one, but we have been able to access the router now. It's a wireless driver router. So here now you see that the router at the internet port is expecting something to be connected to the internet port here, where it's going to automatically receive the internet configuration. That's the where it's going to get you to the internet. So which means if even your own is the ISP router, that means automatically it will get the IP address from your ISP. And if it is maybe a cable modem, it's automatically going to get the IP address to reach the internet I mean. Then for your own, the one that concerns you most is how to set up your own local area network, your LAN. So here is telling you that the IP address of the router is 192.168.0.1. So you can actually change this to what you like. But you see that I can change this one. I can change this one like this. But most time you may be able to only change the last one. Let's change. So I can change the IP address of this one maybe 254. That means after saving these settings, my router I won't be able to reach it through this 192.168.0.1 anymore. I'll be able to reach it through here, and the subnet is here, which means this 255 telling us that all this place cannot be changed. 255 should not be changed. 255 this place should not be changed. And the last one that is 0, we can change from 0 we can use from 1 to 254 there. So now, and for this device, the DHCP server is enabled, which means this home router will be serving as your DHCP server. If you off it now, it won't be able to give IP address to devices that are connected to it. So let's do that now. We have set it that it should enable. Then IP address here, we start IP address here, and for the DHCP server, which IP address will you be given to any device that is connected? We say it should start from 100. If you like, you can say it should start from maybe 50. If you like, you can say it should start from maybe 30. Anyhow, in fact, from 1, you can say it should start from 1. And how many devices do you want? The maximum of device that you want to connect, you can reduce it. Even though if you buy some of the ISP, it won't be more than maybe 30 to 50, but you can increase it to, so maybe like, let's say only 20 devices should be connected to the device. So it's telling you that means the range will be from 100. That's the previous setting that is there. When we save this setting we just made, that this one will change now to from 1 to 20. So let's have it like that. Then we are going to leave the remaining settings. So let's save this first. Immediately we save it, you are going to notice that after some seconds now, we won't be able to reach these settings anymore because the IP address of the device has changed. So if you see now, question mark. So we are going to go back here again and change this to 254 so that we can reach it. We can reach then admin. Another thing I would like to say is that if you are configuring a router at home, I mean the physical device, you are trying to go to pin management and change this login details, because this is not good. Because if you are using this, then anybody can reset your router from once they connect to your network. So it's good to always change it. So we are there now. So if you look back into this, we can see that this is now 254, and this one is ranging now from 1 to 20, the same way we set it. So we are good to go. So now we are done with the basic setting. Then let's move to the main wireless settings. So this router is a big router. It's having three different bands: the 2.4, the 5 point, and the 5 are 2. So but what we are going to do is that we are going to change the SSID. The SSID is what your device used to broadcast. What do I mean by SSID? If you go to your computer and you want to connect, it is the SSID that will show that, okay, is it the name of the wireless router. Like for example, let's change this default. Instead of default that I show you at the beginning of the video, we are going to change this to OGIT now. OGIT. So let me say OGIT. Let me say OGIT 1. Then this one OGIT 2. Then this one OGIT 3. So it's going to, we have enabled that it should broadcast our SSID. I'll still explain this one later. I want you to see the how the enabled one will work. So majority of this mode should be default, that's auto, so that it will automatically select the best band and channel for the communication. So let's save the settings first. Okay, after saving that, so on your own device you may be seeing apply instead of this save settings, so you can apply any of the settings. But mind you, if you apply some security setting and you connect via the wireless, it may send you out of the network and you have to reconnect. Because if you set up the, for example, the wireless the same way we set it on the device like that, then automatically you are disconnected because you connected to default before, but it has changed to OGIT. So then the wireless security now, we are going to set the wireless security. So for this one, we use a secure one. So your one, you may be CWPA/WPA2. So I made mention of it because we have set our device. We have set it. So let me close this browser and let's go. We have already set change the SSID. Let's go to PC wireless. So no association. So let's see the profile. Here's the profile. So let's refresh to see the wireless profiles that we have. Now we have OGIT1, OGIT2, OGIT3. Let's say 100%. So let's connect to any of them. Maybe let's connect to this. Okay, and it's telling us that the security is disabled. Yes, fine. Let's just connect to them. That means it's open. It's open, and our adapter is active now. We are connected. So we can now go back. We can now go back to the browser. Okay. So we are at the browser now. So we are going to just do, let's say, 192.168.0.254. Okay, let's search for that. Then admin, then password to admin. Okay, so should log us in now. Okay, good, we are there. So now wireless, let's move on to wireless. And now the wireless setting, we want to, the security is disabled, so we want to enable the security. So security here, let's say use maybe your own may be showing WPA2. So personal. So this security, the encryption is AES. So let's just, for example, use password. So don't be using something like this. Use something better. Password. Let me copy that and use the same for the rest too. So we can leave the last one without password. Let's say that one you are using it to give people and also maybe your guests. So there is a way to do that, but you can leave it open. Let's just log it too. For the benefit of this class, let's password it too. So after doing this password, we save it again. We need to connect with the system again. Continue our connection. So those are the basic settings that you need to do on the system, on a router. I mean the home wireless router. Get your security set. Know the within the range of the DHCP broadcast. Then you know the password that you want to set so that anybody will not just be connecting to your network. So another thing we may need to do is checking filtering the MAC address. You can do this for security purpose. Maybe you have set it that 20 computers should be able to join, but so I made mention of this earlier. Because of the security we set, it's not showing security, so you can go and check. I want you to always confirm every stage that we, because so we are sent out of the network or provides. Let's go to connection. Let's refresh and see. We have all this. But if you look at this place, they are now having security, so they are no more open. So any of this we are connecting to now, we need to put our password. So if I've clicked one, I want to connect to that one, I have to put my password. So we use password. Then connect. So now it's active. Let's check the link information is connected. So you can go back to the desktop and check the last thing. So what I want to do is that okay, let's go. Let's see this. Well, we are just going to see why that one is loading. Let's go to the desktop now and see. So we check the desktop computer and see the settings. Okay, good. We are connected through wired, and our desktop is on. On this desktop, on your computer, majority of computer is already DHCP. It's already DHCP. So once the wireless connection is set, or maybe let's say the Ethernet configuration is set, your card, you have a network interface card, is by default is DHCP. But here let's check this IP configuration. Let's make, instead of stack, let's make it DHCP. So it's requesting, and DHCP request is successful. So now the IP address of this computer is 192.168.0.1. So, and then this for the default gateway. That's for the router. So good. So which means this router too is automatically connected. So you can browse. Another thing I would like us to do is let's just go back. We have seen this computer now. We have seen that it's connected. We are going to get the MAC address of this computer. After getting the MAC address of this computer, then we are going to see how we are going to filter the MAC address, right? Anybody that will filter out of the network will not be able to connect, or maybe you can do it in such a way that anybody that you don't have the IP address, anybody you don't have the IP address won't be able to connect. Let me say 192.168.0.254. So admin, then admin. Okay. Okay. So let me. There's something I want to do before coming here, but instead of me closing this again, I will not close it. Let me just go here and check the IP address of this laptop. Okay, the IP address, the wireless adapter, or the wireless adapter. And let's check the IP address for this. Okay, good. The IP address is 100. Okay, let's use this computer to ping it first. DHCP is meant to share. Let's see. Okay, it's getting reply. So this could be because we have connected this router, or because we set it that the DHCP should issue IP address from 1 to 20, or this 100. That's the first thing it picked. But if I was to put it on the device, when you are doing it physically, it will work fine. It will be within the range you set. So now we can see that this PC has been able to successfully ping the router and the system, the laptop rather. So let's go back now and filter the MAC address of that device and see if it's still having the access. Let's go to wireless. Wireless. Then we go to filter, MAC address filter. So on your on the device, on your own device, you may be seeing firewall. If you get to firewall, you see MAC address filter and the IP address filtering. So you can do. So we have the MAC address here. We can come here now and enable it. It's disabled by default. You can enable it. Prevent PCs listed below from accessing the network. So if I change this, if I add any any MAC address here now, on your own device, you won't be able to just clean it off like this, or depending on the company or the maker of the this thing anyway. So I want to clear it now and get the MAC address of this desktop. So that, let's say IP config, let's see, and the MAC address of this. Okay, let's see full configuration there. Okay, good. So for the fast internet connection, so this is the MAC address, the physical address. We can copy this. We can copy this and go to the laptop now, so that we access the router and add the MAC address. Mind you, it depends on the manufacturer of the device. So Microsoft, they have what they use to separate. So we have what different companies. So here, some you may see maybe using dash, some may be using full column like that. So here they are using full column in 2.2, not 4.4, 2.2 full column. So I get to separate this with this, separate it with this. So clean this. And that's one. I've erased that. Okay. Two to this. Two to this. So now, so we have done that setting. We have done that setting. So after saving that, so if you want to do it in such a way that you just add IP address of your own computers and you will just click the one permit PC system, so it will only allow those in the list here. But for this one now, we don't want to tamper with the computer we have been using it, so that's why we just use to prevent others. So let's go back now. Let's go back now. It's not supposed to terminate this one, except that's a mistake. It's not supposed to terminate this one. Okay, good. It's not supposed to terminate. Good. So now let's go back to this PC. is pink. Again, see, you can see that there is no, we are not getting any response. The request timed out. The request timed out. So which means that PC is not able to access the network anymore because the MAC address of that PC has been filtered out. So thank you for viewing, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button to subscribe. Click on the bell for you to always get notification when we release a new video. Thank you for viewing.